Well, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Hey, sorry for the late start. We had some problems. Of course. Of course. Why wouldn't this be any different than any other day? Just when you thought you got it licked, it's like ice cream. It just drips all over you. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a blessed day. I hope everything's going great. You woke up this morning, you didn't have too many aches and pains. You got up, you didn't slip on the tile floor. You're doing fine. The dog didn't poop in the service porch. Everything's wonderful. You got your guitar out, you went to play it, and all the strings were there. Isn't that a great day? Always get up and play your guitar first. Get those fingers going. So we got Wes working the cameras and all this other good stuff. Wes, is your camera working?
Nope.
No. Okay. Well, that was one of the problems. We still don't have that going, but that's okay. Anyway, let's see what else. Gail's working the message board. I can see we got a lot of viewers already, so thank you for joining us. Remember, this is your live stream. You ask the questions, and I'll decide whether or not we're going to answer them. Actually, Wes does. He reads them all. Okay, so we just got back from camp. What a great camp it was this year. I got to say, it was one of the best ones. I know I probably say that every year, but every year they just get better and better. And I don't know why that is. I think the guys are more relaxed. They're more, they know what to expect. We had a lot of new guys, though, but we had a lot of return offenders. The teachers all know what to do and everything. And I tell you what, Mike Dana and Bruce Foreman were off the hook. They did such a fantastic job. I mean, it's so nice to have those guys around. And it was funny. We had a lot of funny moments. There's a funny moment. Hey, look at that. There's Mike teaching, and we got, there's...
Yeah, don't... Your play-by-play over the B-roll is not good. TV.
Don't do a play-by-play?
No, just talk about what the
All
camp
right.
and the classes.
So Mike is talking about, everybody gets together for the 9 o'clock class. And there's Todd talking to his bass players for the 9 o'clock class. They're separate than us. And so we had 10 bass players, about 32 guitar players, I think. The last minute, unfortunately, we had some guys get sick and couldn't make it. There's our good friend Paul. Boy, he sure is playing slow. There's Bruce playing in the this is the A group, if you will. And so going over some things, and that was fun. We had a lot of people in the A group there. That, to me, looks like the B group.
Yeah. Talk about some of the highlights of the camp. Like, you don't have to, play-by-play over this. It's just...
Come on, man. Let me go. So this is a highlight here. There's me. Oh, my God.
So this is what the classes look like. There's about, 10 to 15 guys in the class. It's pretty small. Every day you work on one song per day. You start out learning you start out with the melody, right? That's the 10, 15 class.
Yeah.
And then in the afternoon, it goes to kind of talk about what you guys do during a day.
Well, let me show you the schedule. Here we go. Look at it. Can you zoom in? So, schedule's pretty good. So, morning workout either with Mike or Bruce or myself for the guitar players. Todd with the bass players, and then we start our sessions at 10:15, and we work on melodies for the particular song we're working on this day. Every group has one song that they're working on, and we end up with 3 songs. Session 2 is comping ideas. Session 3 is soloing, and then take a break, and guys get together and they rehearse a little bit for the evening jam session. So now those went super slick. And one of the things I wanted to note is that a lot of times in the past we've always had to interrupt when people are playing some of the groups because they would get lost and wouldn't even know it, And so this year that never happened once. So that's a big deal when people don't get lost in the form of the tune. And wouldn't you say, Wes?
Yeah. And then, of course, it's the venue is beautiful up there. So here's some look at what it looks like up there at the place, Echo in Oakhurst. Super nice spot.
Yeah.
Just loaded with pine trees in the mountains, and yeah.
There's our 2 happy campers going to class. Yeah, and the weather was really nice this time. Really nice. So they're out there rehearsing, and it's several little spots where you can rehearse out there, and it's just a lot of fun. If the weather, like I said, was really nice this year. What do you think the hottest it ever got up to? Maybe 82 or 3?
Oh, no way. They got into 90 for sure.
Really?
Tuesday was hot.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, it wasn't bad though. I mean, there's tons of shade. It's not like you're like beaten down in the sun the whole time, and so yeah, it's nice for sure. There's always kind of a little light breeze going too. So, but that's the main kind of dining hall right there, and here's where the rooms are.
Oh yeah.
So kind of hotel style rooms, and
that's the deck off the Koopman room. That's the party room. Yeah. So we had just a blast. So we go through and do all the classes. Then we have dinner. And then we all gather in the Koopman room here at the very end to talk about what happened today and just general stuff. Just have some fun. Got some snacks. And
so this comes right after the live playing workshop, so everyone's all anxious to go up on stage in front of everybody and play, and then afterwards they get together and relax, yeah, because everyone's nerves are going, and then they kind of get a chance to talk about their performances and what went wrong and what went right. And so I have I'm working on like a full experience video, so that should be coming out here in the next week or 2. It's going to be pretty awesome for sure. Talked to tons of the guys, and it was it's a long video. Walk you through exactly what the camp's like and everything, so it's cool.
Yeah, some of these guys have been to 10 or 12 of these things, and they keep coming back, and I think that's so cool because you make lifelong friends. So it's Mark Shelley said it was 94 in his camper.
Yeah, see, I was going to say, it was definitely, there was some some warm days there for sure. I'm trying to get some more clips of the playing coming up here, so give me a second. Continue to talk.
Well, let me read a couple of these questions here. Don Spain was there hanging out. Yeah. A request from the crowd. Could you play the Heritage acoustically for a second? Yes, here it is. You know, it's a fair amount of volume there. It's not like this Pisano over here. Whereas this puts out a little more sound. But this guitar is built to play in a group and won't feed back, but it gets that real dark tone, which I like. And I just got this. Right when we got home from the camp, this is pretty much sitting on the porch. So I sold one already, the last one, to one of my students. And he loves it. So they're a great guitar. You can't beat them.
So here's a look at some of the, let's see, the live playing workshop here. I'll show you. Hopefully it sounds. What's it feel like after you get off the stage?
When I come off the stage, it's wonderful. It's wonderful because you played, but it's terrible because you're hard on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, even though you get off the stage and the support is terrific and everybody's coming up and high-fiving, good job. And you know you did a good job, but at the same time you're thinking of, oh, they don't know that I meant to do this, and they don't know that I meant to do that, and this note here really was supposed to be that note. Right. So it's like the little kid, you know, it was wonderful, it was terrible. So it's great emotions, it makes you feel more alive, and it's exciting. And of course we all want that one performance where it goes just right, you know. We haven't gotten there yet, but it's great. It's great. Thank you.
That was Rob. Playing bluesette.
I'm here with Dave, one of the guitar guys here. He just got off stage at the live playing workshop. What's it like when you get off of the stage?
Well, first of all, people are grateful, right? But then you kind of assess what you've done. Did you retain anything? I mean, you know, the usual, oh, I missed this part, but it's, you know, you also have a sense of accomplishment. That you got up and played in front of a bunch of, you know, guitar players, which is something, right? Especially with the great teachers, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little nerve-wracking.
Right.
But, you know, you did it, and then it gives you more confidence for the next time.
So this is what it's like when the teachers criticize or critique afterwards.
Yeah.
Watch, you'll hear.
You guys ever see the movie Cool Hand Luke? There's a scene where the prison guard says, "What we have here is failure to communicate." And so, and I've noticed this, you know, like last night, and it's a common thing. So get used to, like, when something important is going to happen, make eye contact somehow, like, you know, coda, right? Like, you know.
Or say it out loud.
Or say it out loud. Yeah. And did you guys talk about, like, right before you played, let's do the head twice and then?
I thought that's what we said.
Head twice and once on the way out.
Okay.
Oh, once in the way out.
Okay. So, but anyway, but stuff's gonna happen, and it happens all the time. So you recovered nicely, but just, you know, maybe right before you play the tune, said, hey, just to make sure it's once on the out chorus, or twice, or whatever you decide. You know, it's always good.
But you did hear how well we ended Joy Spring last night. So that should be an example.
Don just got off stage at the live playing workshop. Don, how do you feel when you get off the stage?
I feel pretty good. Nobody threw anything at me. Everybody was supportive, and it was a great time. It really was a lot of fun.
Nice.
So it's a big relief because you got, you know, some good guitar players out there watching you.
Yeah.
So it's a good experience.
Were you nervous going in tonight?
No, I've been playing out live a long time, but I was as close to being nervous as possible. Yes, I had some tingles. So.
Nice.
That guy cracks me up. There's Jeff and Adam.
So yeah, that's kind of a taste there of what the video is going to be like that I'm working on.
That's going to be nice, Wes.
Yeah, and then of course at the end we do the live playing, the live concert.
Mm-hmm.
And
on Thursday, you mean?
Yeah, the Thursday. So you work all week, you know, playing and getting. Oh yeah, I got my camera to work. So it's a bad HDMI cord, basically, was what's going on back here.
Okay.
So we need to order some more of those, definitely. But the live playing workshop, those are during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then on Thursday you go out to this wine bar, which is open to the public, and everyone picks a song. You can do the songs that you worked on during camp, or you can do your own song. You know, you encourage guys to kind of pick their own song. So.
Yeah, we don't want everybody to get up and play blue bossa, you know. So, yeah, but most people just pick tunes they've been playing for a while or whatever. It doesn't matter. We're going to just have a nice little concert here for the public.
Right. So here's a little look at that.
Here's Jimmy Rolfe. That's Martin, yeah. This was a camp tune. That's Blake.
What's the difference between the live playing workshops during the week and then the final concert? Does it feel like a gig? Does it feel like there's more pressure?
It definitely feels like more of a gig. The evenings can be a little bit intimidating because you have our instructors, the great players out there listening, and all of our peers. So everybody's paying attention, and so there's for some of us, there's a little bit of raised stakes playing in front of that crowd, but actually getting out in public, you have all of those people, and then you have people who are just coming to enjoy music, and it's outside, and the whole environment is just, it's more alive, it's more real world. And so on one hand, there's maybe a little bit more pressure in a sense. On the other hand, there's a little more excitement, you know, because we're out playing for the world.
So Jason, what's the difference between the live playing workshops during the week and then going actually out to the wine bar in public? Does it feel kind of like a gig? Does it feel different?
It feels like a gig for sure. There's an audience there, which is great. I mean, you know, the public is there, not just us looking at each other. But there's plenty of nerves here in the workshop performances too. You know, because you know, it's just you're up there with all your peers and the instructors looking on, and it can be pretty anxious. So by the time we get to the gig, the wine bar, it feels like a gig. By the time we get there, it's usually a lot of the nerves have been kinked out, so it's a little better.
So yeah, that's kind of what the concert is like there.
Yeah.
And that last performance there, they Paul and Jason and Tim, you know, they wanted to do that song, and you know, Todd was like, I don't know, guys, and they did it anyway, and they did a great job on that song for sure. They sounded really good.
Yeah.
But they threw that song together in that day on Thursday and had a cha-cha kind of rhythm going, and man, they were pumped afterwards that night at the Koopman room talking about it. You know, they're like, yeah, man, we're glad we stuck with it, and so it was that was definitely a cool moment for them for sure.
Yeah.
And then just the kind of the overall hangout in the you know, the Koopman room, like we said, is kind of one of the highlights of the day. You know, people get to come and chat and
to hang out
and hang out. So here's a
one of the things I always wanted is to have the camaraderie, not competition. Camaraderie and to hang with the teachers, you know, and just have a very informal time to hang out and drink beer or whatever, and eat something and just hang. It's fun, really fun. I miss it already.
Right. Yeah, so here's one of the bass players talking about the Koopman hangout here.
I'm here with Don. This is his first time at the camp.
Yeah,
Don,
Don.
what's it like getting done with the live playing workshop and then coming into the Koopman room to hang out?
It's relaxing because I usually have a lot of anxiety when I'm up on the stage, but then when I'm done, it's a release. And then here, it's just nice to kind of come and hang out and chat about what happened.
Yeah, right. That's a big topic of conversation is how you did on stage, right?
Yep. Yeah. So, and everybody's very supportive. So even if I'm having anxiety issues, it doesn't matter because everybody else is understanding and even going through some of the same things. So everybody's very supportive about well, this is how I deal with it or what have you. So
Right. And it's been a long day, so headed to bed now, right?
I'm gonna read and fall asleep.
Nice. Have a good night.
No TVs there, by the way.
Yeah. No TVs, so a lot of focus and
But you have Wi-Fi, so you can.
God, I don't know if that Wi-Fi was
Sketchy.
Yeah. It just goes in and out all day for sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna have that a video. It's like a full long video. I think it's gonna be probably over 45 minutes long of
Holy moly!
Wow,
cool.
Walking you through a day of camp, talking about the food and the stuff. They have really good food there, and all the classes. Show you some moments of the classes and some more performances and. Hear from all the guys and what they thought about it. It's a cool video, so that should be coming out later this week. We're definitely gonna post it on YouTube, so it'll be good.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, but you get done with that, and it's like the week went by, and it's like, what happened? Jeez, and it's like I'd like to do it again in like a month. If you could do that once a month, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's a dream of another time. Anyway, we had some questions, Wes. I don't know if you can go up and see him. I know Ralph Stanfield had a question about I think he's got an L4 with a quilter amp that's giving him feedback.
Well, do you see it?
That was up there. Anyway, to make sure your amp is on this side of you, not on this side. That's number one. Yeah, if you tape over, you can get painter's tape that is clear. That might work. And they also make F-hole stuffers. But then that might help with your volume. I've never had a problem with my L4 feeding back. So again, make sure it's on this side of you. Stay away from the bass player. Okay, that bass player will make the top go wiggling.
Yeah, another question here from Michael Murray says,
Mike,
a couple weeks ago, Rich played How High the Moon and was using some chords that he said sounded like trains. Can he tell us about those sounds?
Sure. It's 6 chords where we have E, like this one right here. So E, B, G, D, and it's a. Whoops. Well, this maybe hold on. Let me turn this. Maybe did I?
Oh, sorry, I shut it off.
Oh. Yeah. There's like a C9 then. That's like a D augmented. Mike Murray's been to camp before. And then here's like a G6 here. Just using that open string basically. Something like that, Mike. Okay, so Ralph said he never knew about the side thing. Yeah, if you have your amp on this side and it's hitting your guitar, it's going to make it feedback. I have it over on this side. Okay, so yeah, the camp. Another thing about going back to the camp here is the tunes that we played. By the way, here's the list of what guys played at the concert. That Fly Me to the Moon, Have You Met Miss Joan, Blue Bossa, Joy Spring, Morning Sugar. Blue Bossa again. 2 people played Blue Bossa. You'd Be So Nice to Come Home To. Will and Armando played Spain, and that was really nice. And then Lee and, I forget who else was in the band, Blues for Alice, which is a tough little tune. And, was Richard as well involved in that.
Yeah, here's what they look like. So each group has a different song that they're working on. The C group is the more novice group, and then B's,
not so novice.
And then the A is
supposed to be advanced.
Right.
Yeah.
So they each get 3 songs that they work on. Some of them work on the same tunes, and yeah.
Yeah, the way it works out, like sometimes Group A and Group B share a song. Group B and Group C share one of the songs, so we don't have to all learn. So the bass players don't have to learn like 20 songs, 9 songs or whatever. So it works out pretty good. And then the bass players, gosh, they do such a great job. Todd is just a fantastic teacher, and thank goodness for those bass players, I tell you. If you have a good bass player in your band, you better pay him extra. At least compliment him. Tell him he's got some nice shoes or something. Buy him a drink sometime.
Yeah. Let's see. So I'm looking for more questions. I've been kind of.
I saw Rob Riggs was on there. Rob, did you get my message about this guitar? By the way, well, maybe I shouldn't announce this. Too late. I bought an L5 the other day, and I'm working on it, and I think I already have somebody who wants to buy it. It's crazy. So, but anyway, it was in disrepair, and we'll show some pictures of it somewhere down the line. Just the chrome stuff was problematic. Yeah, the teachers, I keep going back and forth between the workshop and other stuff. But I just noticed this note that the teachers play at the end of the concert. And usually at the end of the night. Just for fun, we play till about 9 o'clock, cut it off at 9, and we're out of there and up to the Koopman room. So it's really a really fun time. And they have a new, I just found out too, Wes, I don't know if you know this. You probably could have used this. You can rent a golf cart there. So if you can't get around very well, you can rent a golf cart. And they told me it was $50 a day to rent a golf cart. I didn't think that was too bad. So you can rent a golf cart and zip all over the place. Because you do a little bit of walking. Here's your rooms. You walk down for breakfast. And underneath the cafeteria is 2 of the rooms for teaching. But over here is the chapel. And so you do some walking. But so if you got problems walking, and I always take so much stuff. I always drive in my big old car, me and Gail. Gail works really hard at the camp. She's always getting ice for all the ice chests and make sure everybody... we should have brought out a shirt, Wes. Everybody got a shirt this year.
Yeah, well, we showed that the week before the camp.
Oh, we did? Okay, good.
Yep. Danielle asks, have any trouble with the feel of nitrocellulose necks in the hot, humid weather?
Yes, I hate it with a passion. So what I do is I have a little bag, a Crown Royal bag to be specific, and I've dumped a bunch of baby powder in it, or talcum powder, I don't know, cornstarch. And I put my hand in it, and then I take it out, and then wipe it on the neck, and I can deal with it. And I've gotten so mad at my guitars for that gummy feeling where it feels like you're just, you know. There are ways. I actually got so ticked off at one guitar, I brought it home and completely took the finish off the neck, which made a big difference. So there's that. You can do that. But the talcum powder thing, you know, because you're sweating if you're nervous and stuff. And like I remember in Nashville, it's so damn humid there, you know. So your hands are just so sticky. I hate that feeling.
And then Ralph has another question here. What does one do with aged chrome / fake gold pickups? Seems like a natural process.
What do you do with it? Well, how do you clean it or what?
Probably.
You got to be careful with that gold stuff because it comes off. So I use a mild, I use the Meguiar's car wax and cleaner. But you got to be very careful not to do it all the time. So if you just wipe your guitar off when you're done with it, it would keep it okay. Okay, but yeah, they are going to deteriorate. There's no question about it. So that's why they sell pickup covers to replace them. But you got a clean guitar is a happy guitar. This particular neck on this thing is, I love this. This feels so good. It's just beautiful dimensions. Feels great. Yeah, man. It's funny. Somebody said, you know, the neck is the most important part of the guitar. I thought, yeah, you're right. But really, what about the tuners? Yeah, those are kind of important too. What about the tailpiece? Yeah, that's important. Is it electric? Yeah. Well, what about pickups? You know, what about the body? But the neck is very important. It's kind of like, what's the most important part of a car? What do you think it is, Wes?
Steering wheel.
Steering wheel. Well, if it didn't go anywhere, you wouldn't need it, right?
Yeah.
The brakes.
Brakes are important.
Yeah, but
transmissions probably pretty.
But if you didn't have a transmission, you wouldn't need the brakes. It's the sum total, isn't it? It's the same with all these guitars. It's the sum total, young grasshopper. All right, so I'm going to play a tune.
Yeah, so real quick about that guitar.
Yes.
It's for sale.
It's for sale.
Why not say that?
Okay, it's for sale. It's for sale. I just got it. It's brand spanking new. It's got the chrome covers, you know, the
plastic
on there, all this stuff. Yeah, I set it up. I had to adjust the neck a little bit. Just wasn't quite right. I put my string set on it. That's about it. Adjusted the neck, my string set, the nut. She's ready to go, man. She is ready to go. Actually, I think I have the action a little too low, so it needs to come up just a hair. But these are like listing for $45, I think, is something like that. $44.99. We don't sell it for that. We sell it for cheaper.
Yeah, so and you literally just got one like a month ago. sold
even
it.
that.
Sold it to Frank, right?
Yeah, Frank
Who's a
loves it.
jazz guitar accelerator student of ours over in I think around Dallas, right?
Yeah, Dallas. That's correct.
And which, speaking of that, Mike Brandenberger said earlier, when you come into Dallas, we should talk to him because he said he's got the perfect spot for a workshop there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh, well.
I'll shoot you an email, Mike. We need to get some more info
tell
on
us
that.
about it.
Yeah, because that would be a good spot to hold a camp for sure. There's a lot of guys around Dallas that would come, I believe.
Sure.
For sure. So yeah, you bought that guitar, you sold it to Frank. Frank loves it. The battery just died on my camera. Damn it. Yeah, it was all kinds of fun today.
Do you have the cord to plug it in to the power?
Yeah, I'll get it figured out here in a second.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, so anyway, and yeah, you're gonna the heritage guitars are brand new ones aren't available, right? I mean, you how long have you had those on order with them?
I would say easily at least a year.
Right.
At least a year.
So if you guys want one, this is the place to get one for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, this okay, I had a tuner around here somewhere. What happened to it? Here it is. Yeah, so yeah, the heritage is very hard to get nowadays. And their focus is more on the 335s than the 150s, the Les Paul type guitar. And then I heard, well, they're shipping a lot of the guitars to China. I was like, why? I guess China has a middle class, is what I was told, and it's growing. Made in America. China wants made in America. Most Americans don't want made in China, but we buy it anyways. But speaking of made in China, this is an Eastman John Pisano, and I got this from one of the students at the camp. He just got a Heritage 575 custom that he bought from a friend. I said, I don't play this anymore. I don't play it anymore. So you want to work a deal with a Hendrixon amp? And I said, sure. So I got this. And this thing is pristine. It's 2014 blonde, as you can see. And I know he watches my videos at the camp because he's got the pickups raised up with little washers there. But check this out, Wes. Can you zoom in? Are you busy right now?
I'm busy.
Okay, forget it. Oh, let me play something on it.
Yeah.
This guitar is in beautiful, perfect shape. And the Pisanos have gone up in price like I couldn't believe. $4,800 is the list price from Eastman. $4,800. Are you hearing me correctly? So that's a lot of dough.
Yeah, that's more than that Heritage.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, this one is going to be a lot less. Anyways, if you're interested in either one of these guitars, just email me and then I'll tell you the price. I don't want to put it on here because then people get, I don't know. All right, one of the tunes that we had at camp this year is just a fun little...
Well, real quick, one of the reasons why you don't put the prices on here is because you can offer cheaper prices.
That's right, yeah.
So it's not like we're not putting the prices on there because we don't want you to know, but we can't advertise what we can do for you on these guitars, which is better than most places. So
Yeah.
definitely encourage you to, if you're interested in the Heritage or the Eastman, to call us, because we're probably going to be able to beat prices. So just throwing that out there. Help you sell, because the way you phrase that is like, we don't want to put it out there because I don't. You got to explain stuff.
That's why I got you, buddy.
God, what? I mean,
All right. Can I play the song now?
yeah, Gary Salima's here.
Oh, Gary, what's up?
He said, just wanted you guys to know that despite the nightmare shipping episode, the McCarahan is amazing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's awesome. That was a great sounding guitar for sure.
That was.
Yeah.
I wish I could find those pickups. They were Seymour Duncan JNL, which stands for Jazz Neck Wound by Linda. That was a nice sounding pickup.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. You got it, and it's being played after that whole debacle, because that was quite the, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Gordon Zoot has a wonderful little comment here. Gibson gold plate is ridiculously thin. Get them gold plated at a jeweler's and they will look good forever.
Yeah, what does that cost, Gordon? It's probably different. Obviously, you're over in the UK, but I wonder how much that would cost. How much are new pickup covers?
Well, if you get them from Gibson, if you get the Gibson brand, I think they're about $30 each. If you get them, there's remakes, and I'm waiting for one. I got two for $33, but I bought them before some of these other ones, and they don't fit. So you got to make sure you're getting the right size. Very important. So,
are they different sizes for like
different company?
Kind of universal, like.
Well, somewhat, but not just a hair difference. You know, some are 49.2 millimeters, some are 52 millimeters, some are 50. I don't know. All I know is I've bought a couple, and it's like you put them on, and the screws don't line up, and it's like, oh dang.
Right.
Waste of money. Certain Japanese ones, though, I've got these pickups on order and pickup covers, and I've got a couple of pickups I took off a Japanese guitar, and I replaced it with Seymour Duncan or something. And I was looking at them, and I thought, man, actually the gold plating on this is really nice. I mean, it's deep. You can tell. It's deep gold, you know. And then I matched it up to the Gibson size, and lo and behold, it fit. So I might, or it will fit. So I might change that.
Nice. So why don't you play a tune on that song?
You mean play a song on this guitar?
Yeah. Sorry, tune on that guitar.
Tune on the song. Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right. God, I get to correct you. Hey,
Once in a lifetime.
can you kill the overhead and we can turn on the air while I play it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so this is Stomping at the Savoy, and it's a Benny Goodman tune, man. And I thought it was fun. Now, the problem is I put it in the key of D flat. Now, that's not a problem, and this is for the C group. In hindsight, well, not in hindsight, but I know Mike said, you know, we ought to do Stomping at the Savoy, but maybe do it in C. And I thought, yeah, but they play so much stuff in the key of C. Let's get out of the key of C for a minute. Start learning your fretboard a little better. And let's get in the key of D flat. It's the real world. Not everything is in the key of C, which reminds me, I worked with this piano player who had an electric piano. He played everything in the key of C. And if it was in B flat, well, then he'd hit a button. Now everything was in B flat, but he still fingered everything in the key of C. A flat, no problem, boom. Still playing the same stuff. It's like, wow, that's weird. Anyway, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Oh, the hurricane. It's a hurricane in here.
Rock me like a hurricane. Yeah, so, yeah, isn't that a cool little tune? Whoops, what are you doing here? Yeah, that's a cool little song. Fun. Really fun stuff, guys.
So why don't you talk about the dimensions of that guitar?
Okay, this is 16-inch, solid, all solid woods. Okay, now this is all solid maple. This is solid spruce, solid sides and back of maple. Let's take a little quick gander at the back. One nice thing about blonde, there is a little belt rash or something on the back, but one thing about blonde guitars is you can't see the dings usually. They're, you know, very hard to see. But this one has been very well taken care of. So, and that's, by the way, that's a Kent Armstrong pickup designed to John Pisano specs. John just recently passed away, unfortunately, but his legacy is still here. And notice he put these markers on here, so when you've got a stage light, you can see them. They're really good, not like the little black dots. You can, you know, if you have a light coming at you, you can look down and you see exactly where you are. And it's got a three-piece neck, three-piece maple neck. The 575 has a one-piece mahogany. And beautiful binding. It's like a maple, some kind of maple or mahogany binding. It's beautiful. I mean, this is a lot of guitar for the dough. So we have the John Pisano frog emblem there. Gotta have that. Go to his house, he's got frogs everywhere. Pictures, statues. That probably has real frogs. And then look at this. Your truss rod. This is on magnetically. See that? So why do you think they do that? Well, because you adjust your neck almost as much as you brush your teeth. You know, as your strings lose tension, it's just a minor, tiny little adjustment you do. And then then your guitar will play nicely. So, anyway, this is really beautiful guitar, beautiful. I should keep this one, it's so mine.
Why is that?
Well, this is beautiful shape. Mine's got a lot of dings, you know, it's older and
Right.
dinged up. But anyway, ebony fretboard. This is rosewood fretboard. Ebony's a little harder wood, you know, so it might be a little brighter. How do you think this guitar sounds?
It sounds good. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's different.
I tell you what, you notice Jim Rolfe had one at camp. I think.
Yeah, Jim's guitar sounded good. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Did Garrett? Garrett had one too, didn't he?
I don't know
I think Garrett had his
That
Pisano. I know he's got one.
Right.
Yeah, I think he had his there. And yeah, that's a beautiful. I mean, they're just fat. They got a fat, throaty sound in the low end. And again, let me turn down the volume here. Here it is acoustically. And it's got 1 3/4 nut width. I'm not wild about that nut width, but oh, Lachlan said Garrett, yeah, had his. Okay, yeah, you're right. So yeah, they're just a nice solid sound. You can't beat them. So both these guitars are like stellar guitars, and
Yeah. Tune Efficiency says has a John Pisano, played it for about 3 hours today. And then he said, I've tried that guitar and it's the best guitar I've ever tried with the possible exception of the 308.
I don't know what a 308 is. That doesn't ring a bell for me.
Unless you're talking about the 803.
Yeah, the 803 I think is.
But Lachlan was confused too. He said 308. Well, so yeah, I'm not sure what the 308 is, but I would assume you mean the 803, right? And then Roland Mueller's
Hey,
here.
Roland, how you been, buddy?
What's up, Roland? Roland's a former jazz guitar accelerator guy. He said the best thing to protect a guitar from getting scratched or dented on the back is when a guitarist has a big belly, like me. Yeah, there you go. That's some extra padding now.
Well, that was pretty much like most everybody at camp. So, yeah, a lot of nice guitars in that camp.
Oh, he said he's talking about the bottom end Pisano, which is that's a 380, right?
Oh, yeah, the 380.
Mm-hmm. Which that's a nice guitar too.
So they have a 380, a 480, which the 380 they're discontinuing. 480, 680, 880.
No 580.
No, there is a 580, but it's not a John Pisano.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, leave it to guitar companies to just
Confuse the hell out of
yeah,
you.
with their model numbers. It's like
Yeah, they just. I don't know where they get them. My knee hurts, Wes. My knee hurts. I got a knee replacement. How can a knee replacement knee hurt? So I guess it's the things connecting it.
Did you go too hard at the gym the other day?
Ha ha ha. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I mean, I was all over it. I gave it the best 35 minutes I could give it.
Hey, there you go. That's
Wow.
better than no minutes.
I want to go back today. I'd like to go back.
Nice. I wanted to thank Lachlan for the tip, and along with Roy and Ralph for sending me tips.
Oh.
I appreciate that, guys. It's awesome. John Smith just asked, have you ever done a review on a West Montgomery?
No. I never had one in my possession. We had one at camp last year, and one of the students wanted to sell it because he's going to make a record, needs some money, and then one of the other students bought it. Will, bought it, and he was there this year with it, and it sounds great. Two guys had West Montgomerys. One of them, Jack Bertman, and Will. Both sound great. Both are great guitars. Yeah.
Yeah, Jack's is that red one, right?
Yeah.
That was.
It's kind of a purpley color, isn't it?
It's definitely a burgundy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is super nice though. Speaking of, you sold a guitar at camp too.
You know, I did. That's right. I sold to, and it couldn't have went to a nicer guy, to Armando, who was he plays all the time in L.A. I mean, he's retired. He's all over the place in L.A. playing. He's got a little trio. They do a lot of flamingo kind of, just jazz bossa novas, but it's like bass and a nylon string guitar. But he's always had his heart set for a 66 one pickup Gibson 175, and I just happened to bring mine there, and so he bought it.
Yeah, here, check this out.
I'm here with Armando, and one cool thing about the camp is you can buy some of the guitars that my dad has. He just picked up this ES 175 66. How stoked are you on this thing?
So I can't wait to get home and start practicing. You learn so much. Everything's so compressed but very friendly. I just can't wait. You got to come out. Stop thinking about it. Just make it happen. You will thank us later. Trust me, you will thank us.
Yeah, and then you can also, pick up a new guitar as well. So this guy is just living the fullest.
Living the dream. Living the dream. By the way, I already gave a deposit for next year's, which will be my 5th one. So excited, stoked about that too.
Yeah, and you'll have a year of playing this beauty, and then you'll be able to come back and show us how it sounds.
Can't wait. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, buddy.
You're a great guy. Yeah. So I just always like to know where my guitars go, especially ones that I'm vacillating about selling. So I just really tickled that it went to him. So anyway, a couple other guys brought along a bunch of guitars, and not a bunch, but like Dave Smith brought 3 guitars, and they were priced really good, and I almost got that Taylor nylon string. That thing is nice. But he had a couple of other things, and then Don brought some things out. And I encourage you guys to do that. If you got stuff sitting around, why not? Somebody else might like it. Why not? They got all week to play it and see if it's right for them, and then if they want it, great.
Yeah. And if you can't, you miss the camp, you could come to the Central Coast Jazz Guitar Fest, which is coming up in about 6 months from now. No longer 9 months. But I'm trying to figure out a way to have people bring their gear and sell it there too,
Yeah, that would be cool. They got to be responsible for it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we just put like a bulletin board, tell people that there's going to be a bulletin board for people to sell stuff. They could put like a little card up on the bulletin board, say, hey, I got a 82 ES 175 for sale. If you're interested, call me. I have it in the car. and we'll go check it out. Something like that. So you can bring stuff in, but you don't have to like lug it around all weekend. You can just kind of keep it in the car.
Keep it in your room.
Keep it in your hotel room. Beautiful venue, by the way, that we got here at the Santa Ynez Valley Marriott. It's a big place, really nice. But yeah, and if you want to go and you want to get tickets, make sure you click this link here to get the special room rate, $189 a night. Otherwise, if you try to search it on your own, it's going to be a lot more expensive.
Yeah, like $400. It's crazy.
Yeah, $400 or $500 even. I've heard people have been like, "Are the rooms really $500 a night?" What? No.
Yeah.
But they are when you search it on Google. So they're not wrong. But if you use our link here right on the homepage, jazzguitarfest.com, it's $189 a night, and which is a great buy it's a really nice hotel. So yeah, tickets are on sale. We're lining up the teachers and performers right now. We're lining up exhibitors. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. $200 to get in all weekend for classes, concerts, gear demos, all the stuff. The jam room. It's going to be a lot of fun. So go to jazzguitarfest.com and grab a ticket before they go up in price. So early bird ticketing prices are on sale now.
All right. Question here. John Smith says, have you played Barney Kessel's guitar? You mean the one Bruce lugs around that Bruce Foreman has? I have. The action's so high I can't even play it. It's very hard for me to play. Or were you talking about a Barney Kessel with the two horn guitars, which I used to have one of those. So anyway, how about we do another tune?
Sure.
We'll do another tune on this guy. We'll do Bluesette, which was one of the songs for the A group. Let's do it. Okay. Toots Stillman's song. It was a fun song to do at camp. If you can solo around this song, you can solo around changes, and that's the key to being able to play jazz, is to solo around changes, chord changes. And so then you can solo around changes whether they're being played or not. And that's where guys get some of these cool lines, you know. That's the way I see it through my window.
Well, give an example of that.
Okay. If I have a C minor chord, like for instance bluesette, those are the first two chords. I might, in my soloing, might go. So I'm going G minor 7 flat 5, C7 altered, then to F. And then when I hit F, I might go. So back to the C. So I think we have bluesette on here because it was one of the songs, or blue bossa. So here's. All right, so here we go. Now that's just me sticking with those chords. But now let me go back. But now I'm going to play over other chords.
You really outdid yourself.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow.
I'm going to throw that out the window.
I love it.
Remember your little whistle you had? Your little boy? Woo! That thing?
Yeah, the Chuck E. Cheese whistle.
Said, Wes, do that one more time. I'm going to throw it out the window. Did I throw it out the window?
Yep.
I did. Out the window on the freeway. Right along with the cat. Never mind.
Wow.
Yeah, we went to take the cat to the vet, and it jumped out the window on the freeway. It showed up at our house 2 days later. Crazy. All right. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? Got any questions? Anything?
Nope.
Nobody's curious about anything.
No. If you did have a question and I missed it, throw it back in there. But no, I think we got it all.
Okay.
Well, let's see. Jacob earlier had a question. Rich, I think you've said it before. It's important to open the case on guitars you don't play much because the plastic pickguard will gas off and cause metallic parts to oxidize.
Right. Not all pickguards. Only these expensive Gibson guitar ones that have that particular composition that just deteriorates. I don't know why they kept making guitars with that. They still do, I think. It's like, what do they want you to ruin your guitar? Something like that? Oh, jeez, stupid. Anyway, by the way, this is a 403. A 403, she's real fine, my 403. What rhymes with 3? That would be a good 3. She's real neat. I don't know, what rhymes with the lyric?
Daniel Lowry asked here, have you done any tutorials on getting a good jazz tone for solid bodies?
No.
So what are some things that he could do to...
Well, good sound is in your ear. You got to listen to what you want. You got to really decide what is a good sound. Because I think it's Les Paul that says, you got a sound in your head and you turn the knobs to get it. So Aaron, get as close to it, so you might roll up the bass just a hair, roll off the highs a little, make it dark. But then when you roll off the bass or you roll up the bass, it gets a little too boomy. So sometimes either then you have to, because when you turn a knob on most amplifiers, the bass knob, it affects the treble strings too. Believe it or not. So.
Well, what about just strings alone? I mean, you could put...
Well, a heavier string in a flat wound string is going to give you a darker tone. Without a doubt. So flat wound, a little heavier, like get my string set. Like what kind of solid body? But then you got to decide, am I going to bend strings on this? Because you can't bend strings on these. It's hard, it's pretty heavy. I mean, you can go like that, but you can't do major bends. Major bends reporting to duty.
And then
this pickup is a little further away from the string than it should be.
Tune Efficiency asked, what are the differences from the 880 and the 380?
Well, the 380 is laminate for one, and it's also, I think the dimensions are the same. I could be wrong about that. You'd have to look that up. It's just got a single pickup. It sounds a lot treblier. I think because it's not solid woods, so it's a lot brighter. Hold on, I'm looking for a. Why don't I raise this up just a tad?
Lachlan says you can replace the single coil with a humbucker.
That's a good idea. Humbuckers are going to sound a little darker. Without a doubt. Higher output pickup usually is a little darker.
Gordon has a question here. When you play The Shadow of Your Smile, you start with a really great improv intro. Can you explain what you are doing?
I think I'm playing off a B7. Output diminished. I think.
So, are you just improvising over B7?
No, I'm playing the song now. I already did the intro.
Well, explain what you did.
I did. The B7. Diminished. To E minor. I think that's the intro, something like that. It's just improv over B7. So B7, F sharp diminished, D diminished, D sharp diminished, all those diminished chords.
Eddie Davis asked, why did Herb Ellis and Joe Pass prefer Gibson ES 175s?
I don't know. You'd think, if they could have any guitar. Well, Number one, I think it's because that guitar was road-worthy. You know, you could throw it in your trunk. You start throwing the L5s in your trunk and leaving them in the sun, and you know, bumping them around, they break, they crack. So any solid top guitar, you got to be a little careful with. I think the L5 was the 175 was originally designed to be a working man's guitar. So it got that stigma, and so working men played that guitar. That's as good an answer as I could get. Plus, it was only $175 at the time. Which, by the way, guys, I have a line on a 1949 ES 175 with a Charlie Christian pickup. And I'm going to get that. I also, I've got another 775, 60s Birdland, and a 60s Super 400. Crazy, huh? Okay, do I pin the bridge? No, don't pin the bridge. Do not pin the bridge. If you're having problems with your bridge, flop it around. You get yourself an emery board, a real coarse one, or sandpaper, and then going this way on the foot of the bridge, get some filings, or, make some grooves, and then your bridge will hold a little better. And I do that when I set up these guitars, too. I always kind of do that. That way the bridge doesn't slip around. Usually when you have heavier strings on, it's going to hold the bridge to the top. These bridges weren't designed to put 8s on it. They'll flop around and stuff. So make sure you have a heavier string. Any questions about that?
So, are the pickups the same in the 380 and the 4 or the 880, or does the 880 have?
I don't think so. No, they're not. They don't sound the same at all. The 880 is dark and throaty, as you heard. The 380 is very bright. I never liked the sound of that guitar that much. I've had a few of them, and I don't know what it is. They just sound thin. They sound trebly. So, big difference. I like the 880. I think it's probably the flagship of their hold line. I think it's one of the best guitars out there. I don't use them that much for teaching because, well, sometimes I do because it's got I put numbers on there. 3, 5, 7, 9. So you can see, a student can see what fret I'm on. Paul Reed Smith's can sound jazzy. Did you see what Lachlan said?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, but this particular guitar, the 403, here's what it sounds like acoustically. And these are affordable. I think I have this for $1,200. This action could come down a little more. Yeah, quite a bit more. But anyway, it's a pretty versatile guitar. So we've had this for a while. I got this at the Jazz Fest, for the Jazz Fest. Haven't really been playing it too much on the live stream, but if you want an affordable jazz guitar, it'd be a good choice.
Yeah, how much is are the
I forget what they list at now. All the prices for Eastmans have gone up like crazy. But I have this for $1,200, $11.99.
Yeah, that is a good deal for that.
Okay, hey, that was a tune that we did at the camp. It's called You'd Be So Nice to Come Home To. And that's a fun little tune. It's a wacky little tune. Well, Wes, Any other news or anything before we sign off?
No, just keep an eye out for the jazz workshop video coming out next few days, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool for sure. If you ever thought about coming, this is going to give you a really good idea of what it's all about. Yeah, and it was a good time for sure. So excited to get it out there, and then I'm probably going to work on rebuilding the site for that.
Yeah.
Getting us into giving that thing some love.
Here's the book everybody gets when they come to camp. And in the book is all the tunes, bunch of grids and stuff to write on, food for thought, things to organize your thoughts, all this good stuff, schedule.
And you get the songs before, a few months before the camp.
Right.
So you have time to work on the songs. So you're not just coming in and like, here's the song, learn it. Yeah. You have a few months to kind of study up on the tunes, so you're familiar with them. When you get to camp, and then you can really start digging into them at camp. So yeah, you release the songs and the music and stuff a few months, and they get a practice track too with it, right?
Yeah. Sure. And I have a bunch of lessons usually on the tunes on the library too, so there's no reason you really can't really have that song down by the time you get there. But it's always exploring new ideas. Even the simplest song you can go deep into. So just something to think about. Yeah, don't forget, I'm going to do a tribute to West Montgomery and San Luis Obispo with an organ player named Marshall and Gary Newmark on drums. It's this Sunday. It should be fun. I hope. I know it will be fun.
Are you going to bring that Standell amp?
I am.
Nice.
And a 66 L5. So anyway, we'll see you later. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Dawn asked if we can record the Sunday gig. And there's a guy there that was going to do video, right?
Yeah, he records it gets recorded and then they post it on their website.
So. We'll get a copy of it and throw it up on here for you guys. It'll be cool for sure. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later.